It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Fins, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It is a tropical, hot summer afternoon, so staying hydrated is going to be key for the players, the fans, even the commentators as we are at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. At CD, the Dolphins, they've got some high hopes for 2023. They feel like they've got the pieces to make a run. They need a little bit of health, but they think they can be right there in the AFC East.
And they'll want every game to be a track meet because speed is their calling card. If they're able to sprint out there ahead of people and make them chase, they'll be tough to reel in.
And then for the Raiders, this is a tough team to figure out. They stumbled home to a 6-11 finish last year. But you say if they want to turn things around, it has to start on the defensive end.
It certainly does, and while they've had some dynamic pass rushers along the way, they've needed more, and they've added them now in free agency and the draft, as well as some new faces on the back end help shut down people throwing the football.
The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his fourth NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From midfield, here's Tua. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. At the Raiders' 44-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's another typical season for Jimmy G last year. When he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Once again, it's Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. And this returnable for Hill. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He completes it to Wilson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Tua going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done. And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Complete here to the right to Golden. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Hill on the return. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Watch out for Hill on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe Mostert hit and he drops the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to pass. Tua. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And his throw here is incomplete.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
Now the throw
swat that one away.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So Tua and the Dolphins down 7-3, 90 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Tua. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. One final try for Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half,